Bet. Made for live betting.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join DreamTeam.gg today.
It's the quick scope! This is unreal! Anything is possible! Anything is possible! You still always a monster, Tom!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are here again with Renegades versus GODSENT. And, well, to be honest, Renegades, maybe they're not in this matchup so far, because that was an absolute stomp.
It most certainly was, Tom. It most certainly was. The second map, I believe, is overpass.
You've just wiped, like, the tear. I can see it in your makeup, like
yeah.
the tear streak
no,
that was slowly rolled down your face.
I'm also happy for GODSENT because if,
because Swedes.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see some Swedish teams doing well. Tom, big fan of Swedish CS. I know you are. Are you excited about the prospect of this GODSENT roster? Do you think they can go far at this event?
I do. I think it obviously depends on like their. I don't think they're one of those teams that has like a huge tactical basis where I'm looking at all the amazing setups, the counters that they're throwing in, the intense research they've done on their opponents. They're a team that very much, I feel like, turns up to the server, and if their players are on point, they definitely can sort of show up. Obviously, you've just pulled a bit of a face looking at the sort of overpass statistics, but it is a bit worrying. At the same time, one of those losses is to FaZe in pretty close fashion. NRG, if that's online, then who even knows? Because in the sort of, well, you were there for the NA Pro League, but they have absolutely dominated it. NRG. Did they lose one map or something in
I think towards the end they lost like 3. But there was a time where they were top. And they
like 17-1.
Yeah, they
like
went undefeated for ages. I know they also did an ECS as well. No, ECS where they lost 1 map. And like Pro League, they lost like 3.
So that one I can forgive, but Rogue, that one's quite surprising.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. We don't talk about Rogue.
They should be taking that one. They did manage to beat Optic, and I believe as well that was Optic's map choice. So they've got some sort of all-right opponents. On the other side, though, GODSENT managing to beat Fnatic, AGO, losing, again, very close to AGO, who are a pretty good overpass team, and to Hellraisers, who I actually love watching Hellraisers on that map, so I wouldn't even say that that's too much of a detriment to them. So, this is a worrying prospect for Renegades. They're definitely going to have to show up in this second map, and GODSENT have a pretty good chance to actually take this 2-0. And if it's anything even close to the first map, this is done.
Yeah, and one thing you kind of look at there, it's quite interesting. I keep bringing it up, but ever since Kassad left, you wonder who, like, if there is a coach even, or if it does now just fall like to them not having one, or maybe they have like the team manager stepping in, like temporarily doing it. But yeah, like, one thing it was interesting there is that, like, normally at the start, they'd all gather around, like, Kasaba giving, like, a nice, like, rousing chat. Like, everyone gets in the mood. You're all ready to play some CS. But just there, everyone gathered around Nifty. You can see he's, like, trying to warm up, but he's also trying to, like, get everyone else into it. And it kind of becomes, like, for Nifty now, I think if he's taken over doing, like, not the coaching role, because he's obviously just the IGL, so they're coming to him as, like, the next step down in, like, the chain, right? It's like, you know, it's quite a stressful situation to be in when you were kind of the guy who also underperformed in that first map.
Do you think he's paid like 3 salaries at this point? It's like
I mean,
one for
it would be
AWPing,
amazing.
one for
I don't think
IGLing.
AWPing and IGLing are paid separate salaries, or else everyone would do it. But you know, maybe. But you know, like one for coach, one for IGL.
That would be a way to get people to want to in-game lead more.
Yeah, we'll pay you more if you lead.
Mm-hmm.
They are doing. Oh, I was gonna say they're doing more work. They're not really. Every role is very important.
I would say if you're in-game leading, if you have to frag as well, which he does as the AWP.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say that's 2 jobs.
But no, well, yeah, maybe. Here we go, Tom. Doesn't matter. We can debate money all day long. The real thing that matters is Counter-Strike. That's what anyone will tell you. Here we go. GODSENT versus Renegades. Let's see who wins the knife round, because this is one of the maps where it actually does kind of matter. You know, you see a knife round on Mirage, you don't even have to pay any attention to it. But this one, starting on the CT side, greatly advantageous, especially when you have AWPing talents within your teams like either one of these do. And it looks like GODSENT, they're going to get to choose which side they start on their map. That's actually pretty big.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see them start off on the CT side. But we've actually seen them go close in sort of like online performances versus like Na'Vi as well. I remember, I think they actually may have either taken this or gone to like OT against them when it came to the qualification for ECS. And no, I think the second time around they did actually manage to take this in a decent fashion as well. So they're a pretty good overpass team. I would say this is one of their best maps. So in all honesty, I do think Renegades are in real trouble here, and they need to step up to the plate. They've got the players to do it. They've got the talent to do it. And they're probably going to be starting out on that T side as well, so they will get to set the pace at least, which I think could work out a little bit better for them, because sometimes, especially when economy's not going your way, you start getting a little bit overwhelmed and reset every time you win one. That can be a little bit of a hit to your confidence. So if they can win themselves the pistol, get off to a stronger start on the T side, they could run this game. And already a nasty tag comes in on Freddy B. Just going to have to fall back, and in fact, he fails at that. Jacob kicks things off with the first kill.
Yeah, now going to attempt to wrap in through connector down here towards this B-bomb site. But it does get more tricky. Brolin, we didn't really get to see much from him over in the first map. He's here with Doppelin. Oh, fully flashed. He's good for one. Brolin's going to manage one more, but the trades do come through, and they keep it pretty clean at that. Twist going to get tagged up. He falls as well. It's Hampus from the heavens. 1v3. Ooh, okay. Now maybe you start to believe in Hampus a bit. Still 2 more kills to fight. I want us to be one of Scandinavian brethren. In the form of Jacob. Nifty, wrapped around. He's got the kit. Oh my goodness, if he just sticks this, maybe he gets away with it. Jacob's trying to run around. So is Nifty. Oh, just in the nick of time. Jacob's going to arrive. Hampus, the balls to go for a play like that and just hold the defuse. It so nearly it works for him as well. That was too close for comfort there for Renegades. They still managed to find themselves the pistol round. Now the buy does come in. They're going to get off to a good start at least here on their T side.
Yeah, and a resurgence from Jacob already. As said, I think he's going to be one of those sort of heavier hitters for this team when they are going to perform. And he gets 4 kills in that pistol round, and they were needed, to say the least. That last one especially. But we are going to have the pistols brought back up. I think GODSENT and just Swedish teams in general, one of the better teams with these pistols, especially that Deeg. So I'm actually not so confident Renegades are out of the woods just yet, and that is the start they were looking for. Brolin manages one. It's quickly traded back. 4 rifles actually purchased in from Renegades, so playing this one very safe indeed. Freddy going to look to try and get close to that door, and it has a just around the corner. It's around, and that's already another kill coming in for Freddy B. They really are putting these pistols to good use, and that's already going to be a rifle lost for the T's no matter what happens in this round. But the fact is, they've still got to look to win this. They do not want to be reset straight back.
They most certainly do not. And then we're wrapping around over here towards long to try and keep these rifles at range, but they are so good at. Twist and Doppelin to try and overcome. This is so crucial now that Renegades are able to convert these rounds. You need to be getting off to a good start, especially when you've been given the pistol round. Twist just going to miss the timing. That smoke goes out, so now they know the push is about to come through. Twist is holding the angle. Actually peeks away for a second. The bomb has been allowed to cross, and it's going to be planted for Bank. Jacob's gone aggressive into this position in the meantime. Flank Gone in from Disco Doppler over at long. Nets in the first frag on a JKS, and now it's Jacob and Nifty. So much to do. So many frags coming their way, and Hampus manages one more. It's Jacob. He said he started to step up, finds himself in a 1v4, and it's just not happening. GODSENT in with the return. Straight away, they claim around back, and for Renegades, that is gut-wrenching.
Yeah, like you can't sleep on this team with pistols. You just can't. And they're actually going to get themselves 3 rifles picked up out of that. A kill per player, so everybody putting in work. And now the T's, this is not really a situation where I would want to see them buying. They get 1900 back into the next round anyway. They can buy up with AKs and come back in and try and bounce back. CT side, they're wary of the possibility of a force, so they're going to be investing fully into this one. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, we don't see 4 rifles, but it's pretty damn close. Obviously, saving 3 of them made that quite easy. So, yeah, Renegade's just going to take the hit. I'm glad that they did. The fact is, though, it's not a better start for GODSENT, but it very well could be, as this is so much money that they've just managed to make off the back of very little. And, well, okay, Hampus is just looking to pad his stats completely. Has support from Brolin as well. Just going to make things very easy for them in this round, and that is absolutely flawless. Not a single player lost. A great way to build up that economy even further. And the fact is, even if they lose this round, I'm pretty sure they've got to buy into the next one anyway.
I mean, you can just see that's a pretty somber faces there of Renegades, a team that a few of the players don't show emotion all that often, but I think other than that, you know, normally you can read quite well how they're feeling based on facial expressions. Renegades with 5 rifles, as you say, for GODSENT. They can field the buy in the next round regardless. This is the attempt at the bonus round. You have 2 Galils, a UMP still in play. Disco Doppler, aggression down here into Connector. He's going to try and get past the bullets that get spammed through. He might be able to find JKS. And indeed, he does. No one from Connector in position to help out thanks to that smoke. And even then, the nade's going to do that much more damage, perhaps. It actually is going to miss its mark, but still. An advantage gained for GODSENT. That 1 UMP they had has already been upgraded onto an AK as well, so they're looking good now.
Yeah, I like that. That's well planned as well by GODSENT. Pot Flash came in, gave them that early pick, and now Renegades, they've got to fight from a man disadvantage, and as you rightly stated, they've managed to switch out that SMG for an AK-47, so this is pretty much flawless now from GODSENT. 55 seconds left on the clock and only just starting to retake a little bit of map control. Brolin in quite an aggressive position as well. Does have a Galil, not the ideal weapon, but definitely still viable. And again, we're still just waiting for the T's to make some sort of move. They really haven't taken much control at all. They're looking like they're about to gamble towards this B side of the map, which actually only has 2 players on it, but they're in a little bit of a crossfire over towards Monster. Is very risky from Freddy B. Naturally through the smoke, they're actually going to find one. There's still a second player. Freddy waiting. Nifty runs through with the bomb. Still somehow manages to make it work, and they are actually going to get themselves onto this site. 15 seconds left to spare, but they've done enough.
Bomb goes down. Brolin gonna fall as well down in Connector. As now it comes with Twist and Doppler to try and retake this site. They've managed 1. Azza's already tagged up with damage. Jacob round here at the long position, spotted out and deleted by Disco Doppler, and now it's Azza in a 1 versus 2. They're on the defuse, 15 HP. There should be no way for him back into this round, and Disco Doppler finishes it off. 4 kills for him. He looks absolutely fantastic right now. A 3-1 lead for GODSENT, and Renegades once again. Their economy is back in the depths.
Yeah, for the last map and the beginning of this one, Disco Doppler has been insanely impactful. That's another 4K, and the majority of that was on the retake as well. So picking off different players while coming back into the site, it's not an easy task. And thus far, we haven't had anyone anywhere near impactful. The only person in the pistol round, obviously Jacob getting himself a quad kill to win it for them and denying that sort of sneak defusal. But for Renegades at the moment, they need more. They need somebody else to step up to the plate. It is early. They've taken an early pause as well, so clearly feeling the pressure a little bit. And it is just going to be a minute investment here. Get some pistols in. Got a decent amount of utility behind it. Ustilo and JKS yet to get on the board, but as said, we're only going into round number 5. It's not like that's too much of a worry just yet. The real worry is if GODSENT can continue to streak rounds together, because we already saw in the last map, once this train gets going, it's very difficult to stop.
Oh, that's very, very reminiscent of a play from, I think, Zipex on the same map. Now we've gone through the plywood. That is a devastating start to the round. If they get the bomb plant, though, that's all they ever wanted heading into it. Look at this. This is just unreal. Everyone is taking turns, just stepping up and annihilating Renegades. This is actually very impressive. They're going to find JKS at the end. Defuse comes in. Of course, only the anti-eco, so can't really get too excited over anything that happened. I just like the initiative to go for something like that from Hampus. Did you see what he did, Tom, or did you just miss it?
Just miss.
Okay, through the you jump spot over the plywood, throws the nade, like for the short rush, and then just sprays through, and then like wall bangs down 2 people.
Dirty.
Yeah. So big fan of that. We've seen that have a lot of success with some of the other teams as well at the upper echelons of CS. GODSENT learning from the best and showing they can bring it here on day 1. Renegades now with their full buy there. The AWP going to be out for Nifty. Rifles across the board for everyone else. Twist back on the AWP for GODSENT. Brolin and Disco Doppler taking aggression down here into connector. They have to be careful. They're putting a lot of faith in Twist, and they're already up past the smoke, but what a shot. Ustillo falls at the first hurdle. Jacob now in position to try and trade. Twist doesn't know that someone's this aggressive. His teammates down in connector do have players that can come in the back and look to shut them down. This now becomes a pretty awkward spot to be in if you are Brolin and Disco Doppler. And they don't know that Jacob's here, but he doesn't spot the head of Twist. As it's moving around, he's going to go over the spray, misses the shots though, and that would have been such a big kill to find. Brolin in the meantime dropped the bomb on the back of Azza, comes flanking up, and now he's dealt with Jacob as well. JKS and Nifty, 2 versus 5. They haven't even put a dent in the defense yet. Finally, JKS steps up to the mark, but they still have so much to do, and the bomb is down.
And Freddie B. Actually, Brolin as well. They're going to be facing quite a few of these players, maybe getting a little bit too overconfident in these battles, and actually Freddie B going to decide, okay, that's quite enough. We don't need to be doing this. We have ourselves such a huge advantage. If anything, though, they have given Renegades a chance back into this round. The problem is the time. 25 seconds left on the clock. Going to have to go and retrieve the bomb. That'll burn a further few. The only problem is, so they're pushing in through short. Twist is going to be here. He's waiting with that AWP, but misses the shot. Again, given an opportunity, the big problem is there's already a flank coming in round the back from Hampus. They've got to get this bomb down very quickly indeed, and he's just going to be running and gunning. They're trying to remove this man from the bank, but the fact is, there's not a whole lot of time left. Nifty has been spotted, but the bomb's gone down. They've given themselves a chance by getting this plant in, but the fact is they've got to try and defend it, and that is going to be very difficult indeed with this bank position still in play. JKS, he's managed to steal away long. Nifty's going to go down. JKS finds a first, but he is all that remains of this defense, and Twist is just trying to work out exactly where he is before he takes the shot. Can't quite finish it. His teammate in the meantime already going to be going for that defusal, and JKS running through, can't quite do the damage. Hampus will be there to close it out. It's a 5th round on the board for GODSENT. Back to back to back. But the fact is, a bomb plant, max loss bonus, that's enough.
That is enough indeed, Tom. They can get a pretty decent buy on the board here. Nifty's going to be throwing the pause called in. I'm curious what side this is for. Renegade showing that they weren't too bothered on taking pauses in the last map. Bring one out now.
Maybe they heard us.
And yeah, you can see it is just Nifty being one of the sole people talking right now. It's very, very weird to see them, you know, not having the man in the back, kind of directing them on what to change. Over in the GODSENT camp, we take a look down the row, and yeah, it just seems to be smiles all around.
Pretty chill. I don't know why they'd have a high level of stress at this point in time. They are a map up. They are 4 rounds to the good. Their economy is looking stellar. On the other side, still has 1 death away from joining the British Secret Service. So it definitely hasn't been the start the Renegades were looking for. They do have a 4-buy into this round. Nifty has his AWP back in play. By the looks of things, at least initially, the majority of their players are heading over towards this B side of the map. Nifty was ready and waiting on the angle. Doppler spotted him. He's still feeling confident. He takes the first, and actually there's no trade back. The rest of the players just trying to rush in towards it, but Freddie B has shut them down, and even with a little bit of help from Hampus, this is a slaughter. The fast play has not worked. Within 30 seconds, it's one man left, and they know exactly where he is. He's left on 15 HP. What on earth has happened? Renegades are getting absolutely obliterated. Disco Doppler, with a little bit of an overface, will lose his life, but with the position of the bomb, it means nothing.
Has a 1v4. If he landed that, maybe you'd rally behind him a bit, but still 15 HP, dead in one shot. You do not fancy his odds whatsoever. The bomb's down. Fully in control of GODSENT. All 4 players here. I don't even want to get too behind this because, I mean, with how much utility there is, he's completely locked out of this round. He's playing around in the smoke in short. Can he find anything, though? I mean, this would be monumental. This would be, you know, we're talking like clutch of a lifetime if you manage to get back into this. And
literally a 1v5.
yeah, while Azza has, you know, looked pretty good in map 1, he was one of the only people who really did anything. Yeah, this time he's going to get completely annihilated. And what a change from GODSENT there. I mean, what a way to just secure a round so decisively. I mean, Renegades, they took the pause and everything. It all culminated into that. And that was a very, very good read, in all fairness, from GODSENT to kind of have the foresight. You know, you saw them take more of an aggressive stance down towards B. There were 3 players there early on. You know, the nades and everything raining. They're expecting that change of pace from Renegades, and that's exactly what they were given. And now, perhaps the more gut-wrenching thing as well is that Renegades have no more money. So this is looking like it should be a 7th round for GODSENT.
Yep, just some pistols into this one. Confidence still going to be there for Twist, and he is just not missing at the moment. An entry kill onto Jacob, who barely gets to see the light of day. Lasts about 10 seconds before he's sent packing. Now has the long wait. Ustilo jumping. Playing a risky game of whack-a-mole where the mole is his face. You can have a mole on your face, actually.
You can. You can have a mole in a lot of places. It can, I mean, and it doesn't even, yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
It doesn't, it could be an animal. Or
okay, that's even weirder.
Yeah, well, you know.
I've actually got a mole just growing out of my arm. He burrowed in and never left.
Never left. That's like me at my parents' house. Here we go. Push comes through out here towards the A-bomb site. And it's just the deagles, just the pistols. Twist. This is a shooting gallery for him. Ooh, okay. He is going to go down the hands. Oh, Nifty's Deeg is dangerous. 2 kills. Wants to try and get a little bit more, but he's not ready for Disco Doppler. Homing down the angle at long. You start to, you know, get some faith when Nifty rallies a couple of shots. You know, everyone gets behind him, but not meant to be. And now it is a 7-1 scoreline. Still so much money here for GODSENT. Weapons being brought up for Renegades. They have the AWP on Nifty. They have rifles across the board. But, you know, getting the bomb plants and everything is fine. We need to see more, though, Tom. We need round wins at this point in time. You know, having the money to buy in the next round, that's one thing. But you need to actually start to find some success because they're not even really doing enough damage to write home about it, the GODSENT squad. The God Squad, as they're known. Oh, Brolin. They don't know you're here. They don't know Brolin. You can hear them heading up through long. You can hear all the footsteps heading the way of Twist. Now, Twist does have his work cut out for him. That's the first with the AWP. Instantly backs away. They can't trade. Brolin's in the back, and Twist going to find one more in the front. It's JKS and Nifty. 2 versus 5. This is the amount of times you've had to say these 2 names in this sort of situation is just heartbreaking. And I mean, I don't even know what to do now if you are these 2. Do you even try and go for this? There's 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the clock. They're going to see if GODSENT give anything up. But I don't think GODSENT will.
Yeah, the fact is, a lot of what GODSENT is doing is so aggressive and like taking fights even when they're in such advantageous positions that the fact is, it doesn't look like there's sort of any way into these rounds anymore. It's just sheer confidence from the Swedish side, and Renegades, they're getting outclassed, and that is not something I expected going into this series. I said I saw the odds at the beginning. I thought they'd slightly favor Renegades. I can see why a lot of the bettors went with this GODSENT side. They are looking absolutely incredible, but I don't think anybody expected it by this sort of margin. JKS, he's trying to put up some sort of last-ditch fight. He will find a couple of headshots, but the time even starts to play as an extra member of this GODSENT side, but he will get himself a third. It's left all onto Freddy B. All he's going to do is just try and throw the Molotov down to stop any chance of the bomb being planted.
Oh,
Actually has just about done it. That is cruel, as JKS looked like he was just going to go into God mode for a second there. It's a small glimmer of hope once again, but the fact is, it doesn't matter that much because GODSENT are still winning the rounds.
Yeah, exactly, right? And, I mean, it's kind of, it's sad to see, but then you also feel like, you know, people were taking fights versus JKS feeling like overconfident, you know, giving away a couple of kills here and there. I think if anything, that's quite a sobering experience for GODSENT, you know, not to let the rounds get out of control like that once again. And there's the opener from Twist. No trade from Ustillo as he gets Molotov'd away. He's going to try and step up to the plate. The second Disco Doppler looks away. Twist is there and has his back. Oh, I had a second kill. It's a slaughter in mid. The AWP can't get anything done. The flash does come out. They're able to get by Disco Doppler for the first bullet, and that'll be it. Oh, it's another flawless round from GODSENT. I don't even know what to say, Tom. This is just a straight slaughter at this point in time. The pause called in. And this, to me, also shows the importance of having a coach. It's like having that one guy who, you know, isn't like mad tilted to kind of calm everyone down, give like some words of encouragement, and also tell you where you're going wrong. It's very, very easy to like tunnel vision on, you know, like maybe just like one issue you're having when there's a plethora of issues. And you don't have that one guy stood behind you, you know, telling you like, okay, guys, so here's the problem.
As an honorary member of the boys, how are you feeling right now? Are you dying inside?
Well, you know, it's like no,
that was better than you saying yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know.
Now at the same time, Thomas, you know,
darkness,
I'm
old friend.
I'm happy that GODSENT are playing this well. I really wanted them to come out the gate and do a good job, and my goodness, they are impressing. Twist 13-3, Hampus 11-4.
See, you could actually, if you add like news just in, and then you have his name, news just in. This is savage, because that's what it is at the moment. GODSENT.
I'll run with that joke.
Absolutely
that was okay.
Destroying them. It's going to be a fast rush.
If we can get that graphic work done.
This side. Oh, that's not a good name. A little bit of damage done to himself. Freddy B trying to give him a bit of a handicap. He's still finding headshots, and he's got support from Hampton as well, who's dinking up more. It's left down to just 2. We've said that an awful lot so far in this match. It's going to be Ustillo and Nifty to try and cling on to life. We haven't seen too much from them so far, and actually they're going to fall back out of the site.
They are. They're leaving B. Or are they? Maybe this is all a ruse. They're going to go around towards short. You imagine hoping they could isolate a player who flanked around through connector. That, however, is not the case. No one is here. Instead, they're up in the heavens. And oh, they've boosted up Brolin. Usually this position is good for 1 kill, and that's it. And in your average 5-on-5 round, that doesn't really play into the round all too much. But when you're in a situation like this is perfect. Nifty and Ustillo. Surely they don't check this the second they go walking in. It's definitely not going to be the first thing that comes to your mind that they might have this boost employed. They're going to start to edge forward. Brolin, he only needs to get 1. They go walking out. That's Nifty with the bomb. And now it's Ustillo, a man who is still yet to frag. He's out the incendiary. They're going to try and take the fight. Brolin beheads him. They don't even manage the bomb plant in a round that was looking like it was recoverable for the Renegades. Now the money has once again ticked down low. GODSENT up 10-1.
Yeah, I'm just shocked. I really am. This is incredible. Saddening and incredible at the same time, because this Renegades team just looked flat. You can even see it in their faces at the moment. They're not. There's no sort of energy there at all, and it's definitely reflective of what's going on in the game. Trying these faster plays, but they're being outplayed every single time. Freddy B has now found himself too. The footsteps should be heard, and he's going to rotate. He may not even be needed, as Doppler will be there. Freddy B will be there for him as he saves his life. 4 players survive once again. Just look at the money. Everyone's over 10K. I think Brolin's going to ruin that slightly, but It really shows how much money is just left for Renegades, and Yustillo is 0012. It like, one of the times we got to cast this team, you immortalized a quote with my name in it, which I quite enjoyed. I was hoping that meme could live again, but at the moment, he is looking more like a lobster.
Yeah, you either, you know,
but without the claws. A handicap lobster.
You're really going all in, Tom, here. You know, I can't get behind this, but...
oh, I want him to do well. I really do, but it's just not happening.
Say, you either die a monster or you live long enough to become a lobster. And here's Nifty leading the charge. Hampus going to find one. Whoop, trade there from Nifty. Does have to jump through his teammate's corpse, but Hampus not going down yet. Finally dealt with by Jacob. 2 versus 3. This could be a chance for Renegades to find their second round of the game. The bomb goes down inside of this B-bomb site. Twist is up in the heavens. That was their opportunity to find the equalizer and make this round possible. Disco Doppler flanking round. It's a double AWP in the retake. This famously is not what you want ever. Disco Doppler. Starladder over here towards long. Finding these openings that they are being given. The flashes now start to rain on through. JKS is spotted as Twist finds that frag, and now he's hopped down. Azza's going to manage one. It all falls to Twist. Time ticking down low, and Azza double kill at the very end will find Renegades their second round. 11-2 scoreline. Still plenty of money for GODSENT to buy up, and they'll be sound until the very end of this first half. 11-4 feels recoverable for Renegades. Anything less than that, and I think this is GG.
Yeah, they need to at least try and get themselves more on the board, and even still, they lose this next one with no bomb plant, and they're just not even going to have much money going into the last round of the half. So, we'll see. Can this be the resurgence that brings back the boys? Or is this all but done? Sheer aggression already. Jacob is gone. He goes back for more. They're feeling so confident at this point in time, even just sticking around. He literally is just playing in the playground. He's having a bit of fun, trying to make sure that nothing else can be done by Renegades. He's got no support. Like, this is madness from Brolin. He's a cold-hearted killer. He's just carrying on already. A second kill, JKS, a third for Brolin. He's in a position that he should never survive more than a few seconds, but the youngster is strutting his stuff. Yustillo finally puts him down and puts himself onto the board. He has entered the arena. But can he now help bring this back? It's him and Azza who exploded in the last round. Freddie B will put him down, and it is 12-2. It doesn't look like there's going to be a rise, as Renegades are now left with little to nothing going into the final round of the half, and GODSENT, they really have arisen to that God level.
They certainly have, Tom. This is just an utter destruction. How does Brolin survive that long in that position? That is like a... Nope, 3 AWPs, why not? You know, you're up. Maybe even there's a 4th one lying around for Brolin. No, he's only got the AK. But yeah, at this point in time, I think you should go for 3 AWPs and justify it. Maybe not versus these pistols, actually. I tell you what, you know, I don't want to get too cocky. I don't know if that's a thing for GODSENT right now, but you never know. Is Freddie B.
It's actually one of the rifles gone.
Yeah, that's one of the M4s retrieved and thrown onto Jacob.
Ah, they do actually have some other weaponry lying around, so Hampus actually has retrieved the rifle.
Oh wait, this is nice.
Where's that Molotov going?
That's for sure. That's a nice little molly. Use that in all your matchmaking games. I wonder if we're going to see that come up anymore. Jacob, though, with that one scavenged rifle, manages a kill on a Disco Doppler. He's going to keep aggressing forward. Twist gets boosted, spots that Jacob's up close. Always JKS and oh, Hampus from the heavens. This man truly is GODSENT as he hops on down. 4 kills for him in that round, a 13th for GODSENT over on this CT side, and it's a 13-2 half.
Yeah, absolute dominance from GODSENT. They need 3 more to take themselves 1-0 and have one of the cleanest victories we've seen throughout this day. And yeah, the Renegades, they are looking flat. They need something to try and bring them back here. Here is that just clean up from Hampus. Again, we've seen stars studded all across that GODSENT roster, and they have been absolutely unbelievable so far today. So that's the thing. Like, even them going into the sort of 1-0, like, they're one of the teams I wouldn't want to match up against. Even if you're the sort of one of the bigger dogs up there, like you're looking at the sort of organization like SK, who in the past have had so much success, I wouldn't want to face off against GODSENT. We've got a technical pause.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's the problem lying with? I'm hoping it's one of these Renegades guys, and they're just like, this whole time, I didn't even have my headphones plugged in.
My monitor was upside down. I wonder why everything looks so weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really see anyone moving anywhere, so I'm not really sure. Oh, no, it's definitely the GODSENT camp. You can see him moving around. I don't know who that is. Someone's got their head in their hands.
He's either crying or laughing.
Maybe both. You know, I could. It's a mix of emotions down there.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not. There's only happiness.
Probably quite happy.
Maybe
no, yeah, the Twist is actually just having a giggle.
I was going to say, maybe he's a Renegades fan, and he's just like, ah.
He went on to loot bet.
He is just having.
He definitely didn't go on to loot bet, but everyone else should. But I feel like the players might be frowned upon if they were.
Still, technical problem. Tom, my question to you now becomes, right? Whatever the scoreline was, I don't quite remember. I have the memory of a goldfish. 13-2, GODSENT. Looking good. But can Renegades pull it back? One thing's for certain, Tom. I need the pistol around here in the second half. Let's get on board with this one.
Yeah, they need something. They definitely need something to go their way. It is going to be just straight up Kevlar, looking for that opening pick. A couple of P250s, one in fact thrown over to Twist, so he's going to be the sort of mini raid boss here. Although I don't feel like there is that much of a raid boss anymore. It used to be the Tech 9. I said it could be that, although I feel like that's a little bit audacious in a pistol round. So maybe this is the modern day raid boss thrown in. You've got Disco Doppler waiting as a lurk as the remaining players look to try and take some control over towards short. Spotted by Nifty, who's actually going to call for a rotation back as Azza now makes his way in to try and help his IGL. But it does slightly weaken the defense over towards this B site. That's where you normally see much more of a stack. The bomb's still left over towards the fountain, so no real dedication here. And that's the thing. They could easily duck back down the connector. It does look like they're starting to push around those toilets, though, through coming towards Nifty, who's already going to pick up a couple of kills. A third for Nifty. Finally, we see an awakening in that Renegades camp. Maybe the CT side is where they can turn this around as the pistol goes their way. 13-3, but they've got to break that force. I think that's the most horrible thing of all, I think. So they won one buy round in the previous half because they won the pistol. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but it's all good, Tom. We ignore the negatives here on this desk. It's only positive vibes, not positives. KD ratios or scorelines, those are fine. They can stay. One thing that is fun to note, the loser of this series goes on to face the loser of Hellraisers or NIP. So definitely not an easy... Yeah, that's pretty brutal. So I think, you know, for either one of these teams, at the minute, kind of looks like Renegades. The pressure's definitely on. And trade is instantly there from Brolin.
Yeah, as said in the first half, which seems quite a while ago now, or at least the second round of it, this is a very, very good pistol team. We've already seen a quick trade. Disco Doppler is lost, who's been one of the heavier hitters so far. Got these Deagles in play, but Nifty is going to be able to pick one up. Decent position from Hampus as he already finds another. The trade's going well, and Twist now finds one more. It is looking awful at the moment for Renegades. They've got to try and save this.
They have to recover. They have to bounce back. 2 versus 3 in the retake. The bomb planted for toilets, and it's JKS and Azza. 2 men who have been putting up numbers throughout these maps. They've had to slow right down because of the utility usage out from GODSENT. They do have the kit on JKS, but you have to move quickly in this scenario. Brolin holding down by the flower beds. Twists it long. Hampus going to find one, and Brolin deletes JKS. 14-3. GODSENT looking like they want to make this another decisive win and take the series 2-0. Tom, this was meant to be perhaps one of the closest series as we were meant to have today. And if anything, it has been the most dominant series.
Win 2 pistols, have 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's never good when you quote it like that. I understand how you can put a negative spin on it.
Where's the positive spin?
GODSENT, fantastic
Yeah,
in the
no,
force buys.
they are.
That's the
great.
positive spin. That's how we should be looking at things here on the positivity desk. Hello, welcome back. Everyone's favorite safe space. It is going to be Ustillo and Nifty, I was going to say. Nifty's gone. Freddy B through the smoke. Complete gamer. Does just delete a man advantage now in favor of GODSENT. Jacob getting out and duck out of the B short area. 3 players stacked up for Renegades inside of the B bomb site.
Do we have one of those little mind wipe things from Men in Black that we can just give to Ustillo after this game? Because he's going to want to forget this one in a hurry.
I don't know if those exist. I think we can work on it.
If you do, you might not remember.
That's true. Maybe we've cracked the code for that ages ago. But, here's the push about to come in towards the B bomb site, Tom.
Because what do you do? Like test it on a rabbit? You'd never know.
Yeah, they don't have much to go off of. Ooh. Okay, JKS in with the return. Going to try and grab the A. Maybe the trades there from Twist straight away. It's Azza 1v4. He's all the way up on A. And I don't see him winning this one. I like Aaron, but yeah, he's going to fall 15-3. Match and series point in favor of the Swedes. And I don't think there's any money for Renegades in this round. There might be. No, it's just CZs across the board.
This is just crazy. As I said, for me, when I was looking at the sort of matches that were on the board at the beginning of the day, I was thinking, okay, this is the closest series we're going to see.
The craziest thing is the first game was 16-3. Yeah, like, it's not great.
I don't think that was needed.
But let's not forget, like, it's not like there's anyone else in Renegades who's putting up, like, crazy numbers. You know,
No.
It's very easy. Like, Ustillo isn't the maddest fragger in the world. He does sometimes fit into more of, like, a supportive role for the rest of the team. I don't think there's any surprise that, like, everyone's kind of falling off at this point. Everyone's probably pretty tilted, you would imagine.
Yeah. Well, I think we are potentially looking at the beginning of the end. This is slowly being cleared up. Nifty, even with the drop onto Twist, and he does as his name suggests, spins around and finds himself a 3rd kill for his team. Azza, the only one left, does manage to get one, but it's a very quick trade once again, and JKS will meet the same fate. A 16-3 slaughter comes out from GODSENT. Renegades have definitely not risen to the occasion today. They will, of course, go into that 0-1 bracket. And as you said, they've not got a nice matchup coming up tomorrow. It's going to be another difficult one, but as I said at the beginning, there are no easy games here at StarSeries. There have been upsets all the way through the day. And although this may not necessarily be an upset, this is definitely the biggest surprise for me. That was an absolute slaughter.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely unreal. 6 rounds in total for Renegades, 3 on either one of their maps. So, 2 pistols and overpass. Yeah, a pretty brutal defeat there for the boys. They're going to take some time really to try and think about this. Maybe facing either NIP or Hellraisers tomorrow. That's actually going on over on the mainstream still, I believe. But yeah, Tom, I mean, no taking away from GODSENT. They looked absolutely unreal. They were very, very quick to exploit any mistakes I think Renegades are making. And also just on an individual basis. I mean, they won out almost every opening duel we saw them take.
Yeah.
They looked incredible.
Yeah, so many like decent clutch plays as well that we saw in the sort of earlier portions of the map. I feel like towards the end, it just went so far the other way that we just saw absolute domination come out from them. They had so much money, and it's very difficult to sort of break these sort of maps down because realistically, we didn't see anything from Renegades.
Yeah.
It wasn't sort of sat there watching going, okay, that was a close sort of clutch, or okay, maybe they could bring that round home. It was so many rounds where we were just like, oh, and that's a 5 versus 2. Okay, it comes pretty close because the GODSENT like maybe overface a little bit, but that was just part of their play. It was like, okay, we're going to go aggressive. Okay, we're going to take this fight. Okay, we're going to just try and catch them before they can even think about anything. And as we sort of mentioned, like they don't have their coach anymore. You don't get that time to sort of like slow things down and maybe have a little bit of a talk because ultimately you've got Nifty just trying to run everything at once, like get the opening pick with the AWP. Also, I think it's just so much pressure on his shoulders.
Yeah, and I think, you know, with exactly like what you said in the sense of like the rounds all just fell apart so quickly. Like, you know, you never really have that time to slow it down if you're lacking the
like,
coach.
everyone's dead.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like, yeah, that also becomes harder for Nifty. And then it's like, if you take the pause, you know, like it's very, very hard to try and rally the team when you're also tilted as hell, right?
Well,
like,
I think after the first map, I don't think we ever saw them come
No,
back
exactly
at all.
right. Yeah, they felt just as flat. Like, I think the second you lose your map pick 16-3, like, especially when they started on the CT side, right? So you're like expecting them to get off to a much better start than they did. And it all just seemed to fall flat for them. So yeah, I have to agree with you there, Tom.
Yeah, it's definitely like we don't. Obviously, it's one of those sort of scenarios where it's 0-1. It's not like they're really far down. They've still got plenty to rise back up from. Either way, we're going to be chatting with the winners over with Parlor.
You are absolutely correct. I'm here with the young boy, Brolin. Congratulations on that win. What is it about you and your team and 16-3?
I don't know. We just played some good CS. We're talking much in game and yeah, very good communication.
Okay, I was just trying to make a little joke because it was the same score both times. But that's dominant victories. You must be very happy, right?
Yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah.
And so, yeah, why did it go that way? On Inferno, you had an amazing T side, which is, of course, difficult on that map. And then on Overpass, it was Overpass, right? You had a fantastic CT half. So tell me about those two things.
I think on Inferno, we played mostly after like a contact rounds. We won on aim duels very much, and yeah.
And for you, being in this position, winning early on in the tournament so strongly, that must be a good feeling and confidence boost, right?
Yeah, I think feeling we are like a little bit underdogs in the tournament, but I'm feeling very good to win the first match and yeah, like improve.
Yeah, maybe underdogs in a sense. You did recently pick up some pace at DreamHack Tour. Overall, what's the skill ceiling and potential for your team?
I don't know actually. I think we're all good. We are playing together and we have good communication this game, and yeah, I don't know actually.
Final thing. Why are they always getting you to do the interviews? Are they bullying you because you're 15?
No, like I don't have nothing against it, so.
Yeah, well, you are great at them, and I'd love to get some words from the other guys when they're ready. Maybe you can tell them. Any final words?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, everybody at home, keep supporting the guys, and best of luck to Brolin and GODSENT on the rest of their journey. Thank you very much. Now, let's head back to our casters.
He avoided saying the names this time.
Yeah, he did. He did. It's fine. He knows me, Tom, was all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not here.
Some inspiring words there for Brolin, for any up-and-coming Swedish players.
I agree with them. I don't know either.
Yeah.
After that, I have no clue about what just happened because that was unbelievable. He even said it himself. Like, it feels like they won mainly off of like aim duels, and they did incredibly off of it. Like,
yeah, no, they really did. I mean, that's something like even whenever we've seen them playing like previous teams, that's one thing everyone would always commend like all of these players for individually. It's like, yeah, no, their aim is unreal. But then like whenever we would see moves into kind of like other teams, maybe it didn't work. There's like personality conflicts and stuff. But I think this group of players all seem to mesh quite well together, right? That's like the impression I'm getting. They're playing off of each other well. They look good. But that's going to be it for the secondary stream. Over on the main stream, I think NIP versus Hellraisers is still going on. There, of course, the loser of that is going to be facing Renegades tomorrow. So that's interesting. Be sure